you knew somebody in your neighbourhood who said, give me 169 quid every month to you, or I'm going to send the boys round, that'd be a police matter. Hi, it's me again, and it's letter time. And because I've been slacking a bit on the old videos, I've got two, haven't I? I've got two letters. Which one should we have first? Let's have the red one. Well, to be fair, I don't know if this is from TV licensing. This could be a nice letter, but it does say return address Darlington, so it's going to be TV licensing. And let me crack this open, and if it is one, we'll talk about it. If not, probably going to be a bit of a short video, this one. Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. The unexpected hits you between the eyes.
So let's go through this together, because if I've got this, there's a fair chance many of you have got this. So I'll go through it all and let you know everything that you need to know, what you need to do, whether you need to be scared and whatnot. Because like I say, if I've got it, you may very well have got it, and that's why you're watching this video. What I will say in advance is, yeah, don't worry too much about it. Right, this is what it says. Dear legal occupier. So they still don't know who I am. They've been threatening a visit for years now. My name is on the doorbell downstairs in this block of flats. It's not hard to find out my name, TV licensing. If it weren't all for your empty threats, you would know it by now, wouldn't you? But anyway, let's carry on. As you have not responded to our letters yet, because I don't have to, you have left us no alternative but to proceed with the final stages of our investigation. I have had this. I had this not that long ago, and Black Belt Barrister talked about this letter that I did on this one as well. Right, let's break it down. I've not responded to their letters yet because I don't need to. I don't require a television licence, and I don't need to tell them that I don't require a television licence. So who the hell are they to demand my reply to their letters? My letters get read on here and then get filed in the bin where they belong. It's just rude, isn't it? And also, they're assuming I'm doing something wrong here. We'll get to that bit. You have left us I've left them no alternative but to proceed with the final stages of their investigation. No alternative at all. There's a fly there. I've left them... Get away. No alternative. No alternative is what I've left them for the final stages of their investigation. Their investigation, which has been going on for years and still doesn't have my name on it. That's how good their investigation is. But I've left them no alternative at all. There is an alternative. You could accept the fact that I don't require your services or that this place is empty, and you could leave me alone. That sounds like an alternative. You could drop your investigation, couldn't you? That's an alternative, right? Or are you just saying this in a manner to scare me because I'm completely blanking you? Final stage. They're assuming that in this property I'm doing something wrong. They're not saying, oh, you still haven't got a licence for this address in all the time that you've been there. We just want to check to make sure you're not watching and recording anything that's been broadcast or accessing BBC iPlayer to watch BBC stuff. If you are, do you fancy giving us a call and actually buying a licence? If you're not, don't worry. You can ignore this. How nice a world would that be we'd live in when that happens? An officer has been scheduled to visit, and they actually printed my address to find out if TV is being watched. Okay, I don't file all of these in the bin. I only file my duplicates in the bin. I've got a stack of letters down there where they say they're going to send the boys round. And why are you sending the boys round? And why are they called an officer? This one's really set me off, isn't it? An officer. Now, if you're new to all this and you've stumbled across this letter, they're going to put the word officer in there, and there's going to be more of that, I'm sure, in a minute, to scare you. They are door-to-door salesmen. Anyone can call themselves an enforcement officer of this. I'm an enforcement officer of Big Mac consumption. You know, meaningless. They're door-to-door salesmen. But they're going to call them an officer, has been scheduled to visit my address, actually printing my address, so I don't think this is just a random letter, to find out if... Why? I haven't told you I'm watching TV. I haven't engaged with you in any way to let you know that I'm watching broadcast TV. And find out if TV is being watched. That's iffy wording, isn't it? Because behind this camera here is my TV. And I watch a lot of TV upon my TV. But I don't watch it as it's being broadcast, and I don't watch it through BBC iPlayer. But I can watch TV. I love TV. It's one of my favourite things. dodgy wording, right? You can watch TV. Recorded or downloaded illegally. What business is it of yours if I'm downloading stuff illegally? From BBC iPlayer maybe, but you can't do that anymore on a computer, can you? You can only do it on a phone or whatever now, I believe, can't you? What business is it of yours, BBC, if I happen to download... I want that noted. Don't you joke dropping me in it. But what business is it of theirs if I'm downloading some dodgy films or whatever? Not Hugh Edwards dodgy films. Do you know what I mean? Like dodgy versions of perfectly legal movies. The officer may visit your property any day of the week, morning or evening. So, doesn't matter. We're going to get you. We're going to get you. Not once have I had a visit. In this property, I get one of these letters every month. In my previous property, I get one of these letters every month. I've never had a knock on the door. Come round, knock on the door so I can slam the door in your face. Look, if you're new to all of this, don't be scared by it. Right? If you don't watch or record anything that's been broadcast or access BBC iPlayer, you don't require a television licence. You just don't. And you don't have to tell them. Same as me. I used to. I don't anymore. Because why should I? You know, they're going to word it like this to try and scare you. They'll also say that during an interview with an officer, I bet that says it on here, like you're supposed to talk to them. If one knocks on your door, don't ever be scared to open your own front door unless you live where I used to live, then be scared. Open your door. You all right? Who are you? Hello, I'm from TV License. No, thank you, mate. Shut that door. That's it. They can't put their foot in the door. They can't keep knocking on it. They can't demand to come in. Just have to toddle off. And I've got loads of clips of it. Have a look. There's a playlist. Hit my name. Look for the Goon Videos playlist. There's loads of it. The information below explains the procedure. Okay, this should be good. You may refer to it during a visit. I told you. Honestly, didn't see that. You may refer to it from a visit from... You may refer to it during a visit from the officer. In other words, we're coming round and you can't not talk to us. Wrong, innit? Wrong. Now, what you need to know about the enforcement process. We can apply to court for a search warrant to gain access to your property. They can. That is not a lie. They 100% can do that. But if they just go to court and say, Mr. ChilliJonCarne of this flat in Essex won't talk to us, can we have a warrant to go in? The magistrate will be like, no, what's wrong with you people? Of course you can't have one. They need some kind of evidence. You can't just... That's why there is only 2 or 3 a year of these. And I bet they only do those 2 or 3 a year in order to be able to write on here that we can get a search warrant. So rare. So 500,000 homes a year are cancelling, and all they can get is 2 or 3 search warrants a year. Don't be scared by it. They're trying to scare you. This whole thing, their whole sales tactic is trying to scare you. They don't try and sell you on a TV licence by saying what quality of programming you can get, or watching live TV is better than watching on demand, because it's not. Their only sales tactic is fear. And you don't scare me. An officer may interview you under cautions in accordance with national criminal law. Yep, but don't be fooled by that. That sounds policey, right? They want you to believe they've got some kind of powers like the police. Even on their own website, they say they've got no powers at all. They're door-to-door salesmen. So their door-to-door salesman may interview you under caution. So let's reword that, because anyone can interview anyone under caution as long as you say the right words, which I bet they don't know. So now it says a door-to-door salesman will try and talk to you on your doorstep in accordance with national criminal law. Well, there's only one criminal here, and that's the way this organisation presents itself. Anything you say to the officer may be used as evidence in court. Well, there you go. Don't say anything. Anything you say to the door-to-door salesman may be used. But how? Don't talk to them at all. Because if there's no record, if you're not filming it and they're not filming it, that officer, that door-to-door salesman, can say you said anything, right? That's why you should never sign anything. So before they had the handheld things, they used to have clipboards. And they'd say, all right, I'll go away if you just sign here. People sign here and they go and write whatever they want after the fact. And you can't prove otherwise, can you? Say nothing to them. That is what that's saying there. It's saying, don't tell us anything. Shut the door, say nothing. You may have to pay a fine of up to £1,000 plus any legal costs and or compensation. That's true as well. The maximum fine is £1,000. But if you add up all the fines, and sadly there are quite a few because people keep talking to the goons. The only way you can get in trouble for anything with regards to TV licensing, even if you're being dishonest, you're not playing it straight like I do, right? The only possible way you can get into trouble is by talking to one of these goons when they knock on your door. There is no other way. And the maximum fine is £1,000. But if you add them all up that happen, the average is about 150 quid. If your property needs a license, you'll still need to buy one. But my property doesn't need a license now. So take this letter and insert it. A reminder of the law. Okay, right. It is against the law to watch or record live TV without a license on any device. You also need a TV license to be covered for anything on BBC iPlayer. Why can't they put that red box? I'll show you in relation, right? Right at the bottom. Why can't they put that up the top and word it a little bit? So, and just put, it's against the law to watch or record with TV without a license, blah, blah, blah. If you're not doing this, don't worry about it. You can. We'd like you to tell us you don't do it, but you don't have to. Bollocks, isn't it? Absolute nonsense. And then the fake stamp thing. Visit undertaken by our enforcement team. Please ask for that always makes me laugh as well. Please ask for identification. Do you, like I've been in this game now many years. I couldn't tell you what a real TV license enforcement badge looks like. So someone comes to your door, usually a man, a big man, and says, I'm from TV licensing, here's my identification, can I come in please? How do you know he hasn't just made that badge on his computer, printed it out in a way to get into your home and hurt you or take your stuff? You don't know. I don't know what a real one looks like, do you? Shut the door, say nothing. Shut the door, say nothing, and never let a stranger into your home. It doesn't say anything interesting on the back. All right, I went off a little bit, but these letters wind me up. And Black Belt Barrister did talk about this. I'll try and dig out his video and put a link to it below. Because his point on this was, at what point do they have to call this investigation off? How many times can you say, we're going to proceed with the final stages of our investigation and send one of the boys round before it is, harassment? Because this is harassing me now. I get one of these every month threatening to send the boys round. Now, if you knew somebody in your neighbourhood who said, give me 169 quid every month to you, or I'm going to send the boys round, that'd be a police matter, wouldn't it? Let me know your thoughts on this down in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching. While you're down there leaving your comments, hit all the buttons and everything. Hit the subscribe button. Finally, 100,000 subscribers. If you're not subscribed, please consider hitting it. If you think you're subscribed, double check it, because some people have noticed they're not subscribed anymore. And if you do all that, hopefully I will get to see you in another video again soon, won't I? Ta-da.